The Song of Two Swords. Before we start, please share this story to someone who loves to listen to, then support me and subscribe my channel. Now for the story, The Song of Two Swords. The Song of Two Swords. Once upon a time, in a distant land where the moon whispered secrets to the stars, there existed a kingdom divided by love and war. The sun and the moon, sworn enemies, waged battles across the skies, their celestial armies clashing in eternal strife. In this realm, two swords held the fate of all: the sword of dawn, forged from the first rays of sunlight, and the sword of dusk, tempered in the shadows of twilight. These blades were more than mere weapons. They embodied the essence of love and war. The swordsmith's daughter. In a quiet village nestled between emerald hills lived a swordsmith named Kyle. His daughter Ilara possessed eyes like molten gold and a heart that beat in harmony with the clash of steel. She longed to wield the swords her father crafted, to dance with destiny under the moon's watchful gaze. Ilara's heart, however, was torn. She loved the gallant warrior Arik, who fought for the sword of dawn. His laughter was sunlight, and his touch ignited her soul. Yet destiny had other plans, for the sword of dusk had chosen her, a reluctant bearer of shadows. The forbidden love. Arik and Ilara met secretly, their love forbidden by the ancient prophecy. When the sun dipped below the horizon, they stole moments in moonlit groves, their kisses tasting of forbidden fruit. Arik vowed to protect her, even if it meant defying the heavens. But war raged on. The armies clashed and blood soaked the earth. Arik fought valiantly, his sword ablaze with dawn's fire. Ilara watched from afar, torn between loyalty to her love and duty to her destiny. The Battle of the Eclipse. The fateful day arrived, the Battle of the Eclipse. The sun and moon aligned, casting a shadow across the land. Arik led the charge, his armor gleaming like morning dew. Ilara stood at the edge of the battlefield, the sword of dusk heavy in her grasp. As the armies clashed, Ilara's heart split in two. She could end the war by uniting the swords, but doing so would mean sacrificing her love. Arik fought his way toward her, eyes desperate. "Ilara," he cried, "choose love over duty." The final choice. Ilara's tears fell like stardust. She raised both swords, their blades humming with ancient magic. The sun and moon trembled, their celestial dance disrupted. Ilara whispered a prayer, her voice lost in the chaos. In that moment, she made her choice. With a cry that echoed through eternity, she thrust the swords together. The world quaked, and the sky split open. The sword of dawn and the sword of dusk merged, their light and darkness entwined. The eternal love. As the eclipse faded, Arik lay wounded, his life slipping away. Ilara cradled him, tears falling onto his chest. The swords had become one, a blade of twilight. She pressed it to Arik's heart, and their love ignited its magic. Arik's wounds healed, but he was forever changed. His eyes held both sun and moon, and his love for Ilara burned brighter than any star. They became legends, the lovers who ended the war, the keepers of the sword of twilight. And so, every night when the moon kisses the sun goodbye, Ilara and Arik stand together, their intertwined souls reflected in the blade. Love and war, forever entwined, painting the skies with their eternal song, and as the stars listen, they whisper, "Choose love, even when the world trembles." May your dreams be filled with the echoes of their love, dear listener. Thank you for listening, and do show your love in the video, and please subscribe.